Hey, you guys, we are on day 4, and I don't want to waste any time. I want to get right on into what we got to do. Again, this is Strong in 75. My name is Rakita. We are going 75 days to have a stronger mind, stronger credit score, and a stronger body. That's what we're doing. We're tracking our credit scores every day, we're tracking our weight every day, and we're working actively to get these different things done, which is going to automatically help with our mind. So if you have not done day 1, 2, and 3, you need to stop watching this and go to 1, 2, and you need to go to 1, then do 2, 3, because it is a lot of work that you guys have to do, and I don't want you guys to skip any steps. Now, today we're going to go over how to actually read your credit reports. Yesterday, we should have had download our credit reports. I was not able to download my TransUnion credit report. So I went to annual credit reports and it said something about they have some type of error. They wouldn't let me download TransUnion, but that's fine. I'm going to double back today and go ahead and download TransUnion and put it into the folders that we talked about yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm already 3 bottles in. It's 2 o'clock here, which is good. I'm about to get on a treadmill after I teach you guys how to read your credit reports. And then I'm going to answer the 30 questions while I'm on the treadmill for 45 minutes. Make sure y'all getting y'all workout in today, staying strong, just doing whatever you have to do. I was up past midnight getting this stuff done, still making sure I have everything done because it's a lot of stuff that I have to do. And it's only gonna get harder next month because after my classes start back. I like bunched them where it's gonna be like fast paced. I have to get my classes done. So it's only gonna get harder next month. So let me actually look to make sure I go over what's for today. So again, I have all my stuff in this binder. I found this binder. I've been had this thing for years. I printed it. I print out the PDF. You guys can find this workbook where you can print it out too. Strong in 75. Don't forget, whoever get the workbook. If you guys want the free waist trainer that come with it, the thing that's going to help you sweat, you guys, if you haven't seen it, I have a playlist, Strong in 75. You can actually see everything, even my daily recaps that I do to show you guys what I do. You guys will be able to see everything. So I really suggest that you guys check out that playlist and follow along with the playlist. Make sure y'all not missing anything. But I just printed mine out. I have it here. So I suggest that you guys should actually do the same. I'm trying to get a little content because this is mostly what I'm doing. I'm working and handling business today. Okay. That's what I'm doing today. I have a lot of letters I have to do for clients. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. So I printed it all out today. So today we on day 4. And what we have to do is we have to write the 3 things that we're grateful for. Don't forget, check whether or not you had that water or not. And then put how many bottles you had. If you did not have it all the way, put how many bottles you had. Did you exercise for your 45 minutes? Yes or no? Now, reading your credit report, start with understanding the different sections. You got personal information. You got your, actually, let me, I can share my screen for this. Let me see. Where is it at? Oh, look at that. I can add multiple things. Okay, so this is the credit report we're going to go over, but I want to share this one. Okay, here we go. Let me do this. That way you guys can go follow along with me. So we're on day 4. So we have personal information that you guys see on there. You have personal information, you have credit accounts, inquiries, collection, public records. Okay, so you have to check for errors in your name, your address, your employment, then review the account statuses, balances, payment history, know any discrepancies. So if you see anything that's wrong, note it. And I would rather you guys print it out. Just it's gonna be so easy, I swear. Print it out, staple it together. That way, when you do your dispute letter, you can just type it up easily, and it ain't gonna be so hard. Um, or if you know how to highlight it or something on a computer, I don't know if you that tech savvy, you can do it. I'm gonna show you how we can actually do it for you all. Everybody that's a part of my exclusive credit membership, we send you guys an audit of your credit reports where we show you everything. You don't have to. What I'm telling you to do right now, you don't have to do it. We'll do it for you as long as you're part of the membership. So let me show you. So if you see any discrepancies, especially like late payments or balances that don't match, that's what we're going to go through today. Basically, we're going to go line by line and write down 3 things that stood out. Now, I don't think that we should just write down three things. We can write down like the three main accounts that stood out, but like literally take your time and highlight everything. Again, if you guys are a part of my exclusive credit membership, I want to make sure I add my face. If you guys are a part of my exclusive credit membership, we can actually create it for you too. We can actually highlight everything that's wrong. So I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. So we're going to start with the personal information, name, address, and employers. If there's anything that don't look right on there, highlight it. I do not have that on this sample credit report. This credit report that I have right here, we're going to use this for the remaining of the time. Let's just act like it's my credit report. Okay. We're just going to use it like it's an example, basically, of a credit report. So when I talk about credit, I'm talking about this report here that I'm going to show you. So we're going to review all of our open and close account. We're going to look for balances, limits, and late payments. We're going to pay attention to like collections, charge-offs, and public records. These are the main things you need to get deleted to get your credit score up. Again, I want us to be at 60 points per every credit bureau, at least increase. Okay. So if you at 580, I need that credit score when we're done to be at a 640 at the end of our 75 days. Okay. Minimum. If you go to 700s, that's even better for you all. I feel like I started to lose my voice a little bit from the talking and walking yesterday. But I want us to make sure our credit scores are going up. Please note anything that's incorrect or looks suspicious, and make sure you use a notebook or a separate sheet to track and find out what you need to fix. Let me actually get a quick drink. I'm going to get a quick sip of water because I don't want to have this problem with my on my voice. But we're going to actually go over this credit report now, and let me show this credit report to you. So this is the credit report that we're going to go over. Do you see all the red marks on there? Those red marks, let me get my bottle of water. Those red marks show discrepancies, which means that there's something that's not the same across all three credit bureaus. When you see those different things and the account is negative, you can see that there's a reason why that account needs to be deleted. According to the FCRA, our credit reports are supposed to be 100% accurate and 100% complete. Everybody don't have accounts that they need to delete, but if you do, this is your part right here. We're only going to go over disputes for a short time, but it's something that we really need to go over right away so that if there is problems, we fix them right away. So you see there's discrepancies in the day open, there's discrepancies in the number of months within the terms, basically. The comments, the date of last activity, date of last payment. You're going to see discrepancies, and I'm going to actually look through the payment history and show y'all how to find these errors. All these little bitty errors is a reason why the account should be deleted, which means that you can hold that bureau responsible, and also you can hold that company responsible. I'm not an attorney. I'm not trying to give y'all legal advice, but I'm just talking about what I already know. I officially found my document, which means I can talk about this. I found I filed a document because I filed a case with LJ Ross, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian about them having a collection account on my credit report, which is the LJ Ross account. Basically, I already settled with Equifax. I can't talk about what we settled for or anything. I came up with a settle. Me and TransUnion agreed to a settlement. TransUnion tried to back up and say, "Hey, you got a credit company. We want you to not talk about this," basically. So I filed a motion to compel because we already had a settlement. TransUnion filed a motion to compel saying, "Hey, we don't want her talking about it because she got a credit company." I went back to the judge and said, "I don't care that I don't have a credit company. They can't silence me. That was not part of our agreement." On Friday, the judge agreed and said, "You know what? She cannot talk about the amount of it, but what she can," well, he didn't say what I can talk about, but he's saying that this is what the agreement is. I'm going to enforce it. If you got anything that you don't like about this, then you need to let me know within 14 days. So I'm happy about that. Now, let me read it word for word because I don't want to mess it up, because this is very, very important. And I want y'all to take this stuff serious. That way, if you guys get to the point where you trying to do something or you need help, y'all can make sure y'all structure y'all stuff the right way so that y'all can do something. So let me read that part. This is going to be very, very important because I can't talk about the settlement, but TransUnion filed something that kind of talk about what the settlement was about. And it's like, I wasn't even going to say all that. But since y'all got it as public record now, I can read a document that's public because I can read anybody documents is public record. Dang, where is that part at, y'all? I need to be able to tell y'all this, but let me find it because I know y'all gonna appreciate it. It just gonna give y'all more found faith. Okay, so okay, that's not it. Okay, it's in this section, I think. Good cause. Okay, here it is right here. The email from TransUnion to plaintiff reads as follows. I can't fill in blanks, but I'm happy, okay? I'm doing good. That's why I'm going to law school, to be able to help y'all because attorneys not taking on these cases. Good afternoon, Miss Cannon. As a follow-up to our correspondence earlier, I am authorized to settle this matter for $, the monetary amount, which I can never tell y'all, and case specific action. I can't say that either, but on a confidential basis, contingent upon non-monetary terms. If this is acceptable, I will provide a release to you next week. Okay? Did y'all hear that? I am authorized to settle this matter for the monetary payment. Okay? And case specific action on a confidential basis, contingent upon non-monetary terms. So that means I can't tell y'all and fill in them blanks, but I'm telling y'all how I got to this point. And the point that TransUnion side had a credit company. When I sued Midland, I did not sue the collection. I did not sue the credit bureaus. But from now on, if y'all have a problem with a collection company, include the credit bureaus. I would suggest that at least include the credit bureaus. So let's break down how I even got to this point because I got there by reading my credit reports. Now let me get my sip. Okay. Let me get my sip. So that was just Friday on the 16th of May. But let's actually read this credit report. Okay, so here it is here. So this is the credit report that we're going to read. So let me actually make sure I'm pulling it up on my end so I can scroll through it. Okay, so here it is right here. So again, it's negative accounts. It's negative. This is negative accounts. Again, this is something, this is not what y'all see because you guys, we all got our annual credit reports.com. This is not that. This is something that I can do for my clients where I can point out all the errors. That way you ain't got to be like, well, what was she saying? Anything that's red on the account means that there's errors and that the credit bureau should fix those different things. And the person that's reporting the account, which is right here, CNS port SVC, that's the name of the company. They should fix all of these errors. So what it basically is doing is, let me see if I can zoom in some more. One more, let me see. Okay, perfect. So what we're basically doing is we want to see if there's errors across the three different credit bureaus. So I blanked out the account number, but if you ever see red up here, that means the account number is different on all three credit bureaus, which is a problem too. Okay, but this right here, the left side going all the way down, because this is like 29 pages total, is going to be Experian. The middle is going to be Equifax, and then on the right is going to be TransUnion, right? So what it is doing is comparing it to see if there's anything that's different. So the date open, it's a difference in this date open. I think I can go a little bit more zoomed in. Yep, there we go. So the date open, let me make sure one more thing too. I just want to make sure y'all seeing everything correctly. Okay, perfect. And let me know if y'all have any questions. Again, I'm going to go live and answer 30 questions about this on TikTok afterwards. And I'm going to add that to YouTube. And then also I'm going to eventually add that to Facebook. I'm just trying to figure out how to coordinate getting that done. But the date open, y'all see how Experian said it was open September 1st, 2015. Equifax said September 1st, 2015. TransUnion said it was the 18th. That means that there's a discrepancy. All three credit bureaus should say the same exact thing. The number of months, terms. So this is an installment account, so it should have terms. How many months do I have to pay on this account? Equifax say you ain't got no months to pay on it. You like it says zero. That's an error with Equifax, but that means that you can be able to send a letter to Equifax and say, hey, Equifax, you got my terms as zero. This account is not accurate. Since this account is not accurate, I need you to update my terms on this account or delete it from my credit reports. And the problem that I had with my accounts was that the account numbers were different on all three credit bureaus. And then also Equifax, when I looked at the Equifax account, it was duplicate. It was a duplicate account. It was on there twice with a different account number. So two accounts with LJ Ross saying I owe over $3,600 with two different account numbers, which was a big problem. Huge problem. So that's why I have to take legal action. So last date it was reported, you could just use this for your mind to just think about it for yourself. I wouldn't too much worry about that. Another big one you can check is the last date of activity. This is about usually when you guys have a negative account like a collection or a charge off or anything that's bad, it's going to go 7.5 years off of this date. But look, all three credit bureaus got different dates. That's why it's going to fall off at different dates in 7.5 years, because they don't have the same date, but they should. It's one account, so they should have the same exact information. And look at the date of last payment. Equifax has the first, the other two have the 18th. That's a problem. Oh, excuse me. So that is one problem. What else? No, I won't say one problem. That's one account with multiple problems. Now look at the payment history, because sometimes y'all can't find different problems, but I can help y'all find it. Look right here on Equifax. You see where it's blank right here? Don't say anything. It say, how you read this is the year. The second one is the year 2019, 2018, 2017. This is the month. June, May, April, March. And this is all three credit bureaus. They all lined up right here. Right here is a blank spot, which means it's incomplete data. Our credit reports is supposed to be 100% accurate and 100% complete. They're missing information about you, or they're missing information about this person. So that means that Equifax have multiple months where they're missing information, which means that this account will have to be removed from the credit reports if they're not going to fix it. Now, that's one account. When we go to try to remove this account from the credit reports, what we're going to say is we're going to say, hey, the date open is different on all three credit bureaus. We can even explain how it's different. The number of months, the terms is different on Equifax compared to the other two bureaus. We can also say that the comments are incorrect or incomplete, and we're going to really say that on the second round of letters, because a collection account on the second round is supposed to say whether the account was disputed or not. And then also the date of last activity is different on all three credit bureaus. Also, when you looked at the date of last payment, Equifax has something different than the other two bureaus. These are all reasons why you need to, you got to put on that letter, because it only really needs to be one. It really needs to be one. And then the first month, we're going to send a letter to all three credit bureaus, which we're going to do in a few days, but we got to get ready for that, which is what we're doing now. And then the second month, we're going to send a letter to the credit. Second month, we're going to send a letter to the credit bureau and then to the company. Then you can also include in that letter only to Equifax that, hey, the other two bureaus said I was okay for March of 2028, but you ain't even got anything listed there. You got incomplete data on my credit report. Also for March of 2019. You guys need to update my account as okay. So that's one account. I hope that you guys are following along with this. I hope you guys are truly understanding this and understanding how this can be very beneficial to you all. So let's go over another account. So next we got Fed loan. This is a student loan. I'm going to show you guys some errors. So the day open, y'all can see right here, we got TransUnion has a different date than Equifax and Experian. So we want to highlight that. Experian has a different balance than other bureaus. That's a huge problem. The number of months, the terms is again incomplete for Equifax. The data last activity is different on all three credit bureaus, and then the date of last payment is incomplete. I didn't even point that out on the other one, but it's incomplete for Experian and TransUnion. And Equifax, we don't know if that's correct, but usually your data last activity should be your data last activity, your data last payment should be the same exact date. Now look at this payment history. How much incomplete data is here? Like 20 November 7, 2017. It's so many blank spots, but some say okay, blank, and then okay. And this is another big problem. Look at February 2019 right here. Experian said is okay. Equifax says 90 days late, and TransUnion says okay. Was I 90 days late, Equifax, or are you wrong? And you should not be marking me wrong, marking me late when I was not late. That's wrong. So those are the errors you want to look at. There are so many errors in the payment history. You could just talk about the payment history altogether for this account, and it has a balance on it. Now, I haven't really looked into it either, but let me know in the comments if y'all want me to look into it. Lawsuits that actually sue Fed Loan. Um, Sue because of their student loans, the reporting of it. But definitely let me know. Now let's run through this account and let's see if y'all can point out a few errors. I'm going to give you guys probably like 10 seconds to see if you guys can point out some errors. And if you guys can point out some errors, then perfect. I'm going to point out all of them that I see. Okay. So a few more seconds, just so you guys can point out some errors. Okay, so look right here. The date open is different. The balance is the error right here is different. The terms is different. So those are problems. The date of last activity, different on all three credit bureaus. We got incomplete data right here. It's nothing reported here, but Equifax has a date. And look at this payment history. I'm going to assume that we're going to see the same thing on all of the Fed loan accounts. So we might as well just skip on down. Okay, so wait, we got an account right here. We got an account right here. They say it's paid, it's good. Now, this is still a charge-off account. So if I wanted to find any errors when it come down to a charge-off account, what I would do is I'll still look at the payment history. Y'all can see for September 2015, it's incomplete data. There's nothing there. And then also the date of last activity and the date of last payment, they're not the same. They should be the same. They should not be different like that. So you can actually tell Experian, say, hey, you need to update this or delete it from my credit reports. The reason why it's not red is because we don't have three credit bureaus to compare it to. But if you know the simple things like I just told you about, the date of last activity should be the date of last payment, they should match. You know that if you start seeing missing spots where information should be, you know you got incomplete data, and that should be a reason why the account should be deleted. Just match those things up when it come down to the account. Now look here, we got us a charge off. So with this charge off right here, we got multiple errors. This is Fingerhut. Equifax, it has incomplete data for the account type. It should say charge account like the other two. The monthly payment says $20 on Equifax, but the other two bureaus say $0. The date that it was open is different on TransUnion. The high credit, that's the most you ever owed on the account, it's different on all three credit bureaus. Like, is this the same account or what? And don't forget, it's one company reporting this to all three credit bureaus, so it should say the same exact information. The credit limit is listed as $0 on Equifax, but the other two bureaus has it listed as $300. The date of last activity, you guys, can y'all see that's different on all three credit bureaus? The date of last payment, that is different on Equifax compared to the other two bureaus. And if you look at the payment history, we got incomplete data here, and we have a discrepancy here. Actually, discrepancies just start here and continue. Okay, in 30 days, that don't match. 30 and 60, that don't match. 60, 90, that don't match. 90, 120, that don't match. And then we got 120, 120, that matches. 150 and 120, that don't match. Charge off and then okay. So they saying that this person went from 120 days late to actually being okay. That is not correct, and that's not right. So something like that, you guys, with something like that, those that shows multiple errors. Now Midland, my favorite, with a collection. One thing I found about collection is that the when you looking at the collections, you should not see any payment history. We don't see any payment history at the bottom, which is fine. The date open is different on both bureaus. The date of last activity is different on both bureaus. And then also, if there was no payments ever made on a collection, the date of last activity should actually be before the date open. If you don't know what to find on the collection, that's the one thing that you can always normally find if you never made a payment on it. The date of last activity should always be before the date open, and it's not. They're re-aging the debt. That's a big problem with collection companies, which means they're trying to make us stay on your credit reports for longer. So again, the data activity is different on both of these bureaus. That's automatically a problem. So this one right here ain't had no payment, right? Y'all see this one right here? I think this is receivable management. They don't have any type of payment. The reason why I know that it's no payment most likely is because the balance is the same amount as the high credit. The high credit is the most you ever owed on this account, right? So look right here at the date of last activity. Remember, I said the date of last activity should actually be before the date open. So since the last date activity should be before the date open, then you automatically know you have a problem of them re-aging the debt. There's no way that the date of last activity should be after the day open. The date of last activity is the last time you made a payment on an account or the first day you became delinquent. With a collection company, if you never paid them, you can't even worry about the last time you made a payment on the account. It had to be the first time you came delinquent, but that's on the original account that you owe. That's not this. So this is progressive. So they should be going based off of the first day you came delinquent on progressive. And don't forget, usually they don't even mark it as a charge off for 180 days. So it should be at least 180 days, most likely before the date that was open. And this date is after. So we immediately have a problem. So let's look at a few more accounts. This account is being re-aged. Look at the date of last activity compared to the date open, and then they're all different anyway, which is a huge problem. Same thing with this account, and this is a medical debt too. So when we get into medical debt, we're going to start talking about HIPAA, how they shouldn't have certain documents of ours. They should not see what kind of treatment we seek. So that's something else we can talk about. But right here, the last debt activity, they're re-aging the debt. That's a huge problem. They probably got HIPAA that we probably don't know about because we got to look at the documents. We got to know what they have access to. But they're re-aging the debt, which is a huge problem. Oh, look right here. We got portfolio recovery. But look, it's red where the account number is at. But don't forget, I blanked out the account number so y'all can't see it. Experian and TransUnion got two different account numbers, but it's the same account. But then again, look at the balances on it too. This account had major problems. This right here, I can't wait till I be a lawyer. I'm telling y'all, I will be going crazy because the thing is, when you guys have errors like this on your credit report, stuff is not being fixed. And then what if you don't even know what this portfolio recovery account was? What if this was actually some type of identity theft with Synchrony Bank and Synchrony Bank didn't know, so they sent it to the collection company, and now you already asking the collection company to send you documents, but they not. And now they put this on your credit reports. Now you can't get a house, you can't get a job, you can't get a car, you can't get anything. That's going to mess up y'all life. Do y'all know how much damage I got from them putting that collection account on my credit report last year? Can y'all say I went insane? I'm still trying to recover right now. That's why I'm doing the 75 hard with y'all right now, just for my mentality. Now, like my mental, I went through so much with losing my brother, going through school. Like I graduated last year too. It was a huge moment for me, watching my brother go through cancer and not being able to fully pay for everything too. Because don't forget too, he was young. He 34, dying from cancer out of nowhere. And for me not to be able to help him like I wanted to be able to help him, I'm flying to go see him. Then I'm seeing that this account is being added to my credit report. All of this stuff just made me go nuts. And that's why I'm doing the 75 hard. But when y'all have problems like this on y'all credit reports, Y'all have to understand it's going to affect you from so much, and you need to go after these companies and these credit bureaus. I will suggest that if you guys have these problems. So do not take day 4 lightly. If y'all want us to create something like this so that we can just highlight everything for you, definitely let me know. We can go ahead and create it for you. And if you in a membership, you don't even have to worry about disputes no more. Only thing I want you to worry about is if you decide to not do the disputes or whatever, I want you all to worry about just making sure that you do premium disputes, meaning we're going to send your letter certified. I'm going to make y'all letter so specific. Y'all probably couldn't even did it yourself. And that's only because I know how great I am at it. And it took me time to actually do it. Like, if I can be honest with y'all, it took me so much time to do it. And my dispute letter, when I sent my, well, I'm not going to comment on my dispute letter right now. Let me wait, because I still got LJ Ross and finishing touches with Experian, okay, with my own lawsuit. But if y'all want me to do this for you, definitely let me know. Y'all can call me and my team at 833 Rakita. That's my name, 833 Rakita. Get y'all workbook down below though, so we can start working on this stuff. But I don't want y'all to take this stuff lightly with these errors. I really don't. And let me read this one more time for those people that maybe y'all just now coming in, y'all haven't heard it yet. So with my on Friday, I already told the judge, hey, me and TransUnion came up with a settlement because I sued all 3 credit bureaus. Me and TransUnion already came up with a settlement, and now they're trying to silence me and tell me I can't, like how I'm talking about y'all about the case. It basically said I couldn't even do this. I couldn't even speak of having a lawsuit. Then they tried to edit it and say, hey, you can't talk publicly or put it in any of your courses. And that's not what it should have been. But in public record documents, this is the email that TransUnion sent to me. The judge put this out here. So I ain't even gonna, I'm reading it. It's directly from the judge, y'all. But it says, as a follow-up to our court, it says, good afternoon, Miss Cannon. That's me. As a follow-up to our correspondence earlier, I am authorized to settle this matter for $ and then the monetary payment. Okay, that means that some type of monetary money was going to be paid, and case-specific action. Can't tell y'all what either blanks were. That's a part of confidentiality. That's what I would be confidential about, okay? On a confidential basis, contingent upon non-monetary terms. If this is acceptable, I will provide a release to you next week. And then the plaintiff responded, which is me, thank you for following up. I accept the settlement of the dollar amount and case-specific action on a confidential basis. I would proceed with filing a notice of settlement with the court, which I did file. But we were going back and forth because they tried to silence me because they don't want y'all to know this information. I feel like this is like a secret society. I'm telling y'all now, it's like a secret society. But the thing is, when I see so many cases, I see, like, I filed this case back in October. When people have an attorney, do y'all know that these cases be settled within 60 days with an attorney? They wanted I feel like I got fought more with this case than these lawyers really get fought. And I'm pro se, and that's why they want to do it. I'm pro se. But they don't know how much I have researched this or how much I have fought for this. So again, I am happy that clearly we came up with a settlement. And I'm happy that the judge see that I came with a settlement, that I did not agree to the additional silencing. So this is my first time openly speaking on these different things. But this wouldn't even been known if TransUnion would have just settled and been quiet. The point, y'all wouldn't even know that the emails that on this document, it says I am authorized to settle this matter for the monetary payment. Y'all wouldn't even know that it was a settlement for a monetary payment. Y'all wouldn't have known that. Like, let me show y'all. Like, y'all wouldn't have. Let me flip my screen. Y'all wouldn't have never even knew about this if they would have just gone ahead and just settled and like did what they said they was gonna do. I hope it is not flipped, but it probably is. Can y'all see what I'm reading? Y'all wouldn't even known about this. The judge wouldn't ever put this out in public records. All I would have been able to say is, oh yeah, I settled with them. That's it. I couldn't say, oh, it was a monetary payment and case specific action. Y'all wouldn't even known that it was parts to the settlement. I would have just maybe had to say, oh, we settled. But since they made it known, I appreciate it. And I'm happy that I'm able to openly speak about this. But while I'm going through this workbook with you all, it's certain things that we have to do. And that's why today we have to go through our credit reports that we already downloaded. Okay. Now, I don't want to continue to talk too much, but I was so happy about this. I want to document the, oh, excuse me, I want to document this process. As I already said, I'm already adding this to YouTube as a playlist. So I don't care if you're watching this a few years later. Call me and ask me what's up with the cases by then. I am going to law school next year. I'm going to law school so I can actually litigate on these cases, because the judge gave me a compliment because LJ Ross said, hey, we want certain documents from you. So they did a motion to compel and say, hey, Rakita is withholding documents from us. They was asking for certain they asking for my medical records and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm not giving y'all my medical records for like the last so many years. Y'all not getting none of that. Like, who finna do that? I'm not finna do that. But they said Rakita did a bad job responding to this, and the judge literally was like, y'all cannot say that about her, because what I see right here and what she presented and how she wrote this is better than most of the attorneys that I see. So I already know that I'm going to be a lit attorney when I actually get there. I'm very excited about it. But just ask me if y'all watching this later on. I know I'm recording it now. I hope this will still stay out for you all to be able to learn, but ask me where we're at in the process, because this is like some it seemed like it's some type of Illuminati kind of thing. Like when it comes down to credit, like why is this a secret society? Why are y'all not letting people know about this stuff? But it is what it is. I sue companies multiple times. Like I did it multiple times. I'm getting better and better. I'm like a wine. I am definitely getting better with time. But now that I know everything, that's why I put together this workbook right here, because everything is literally in this workbook, y'all. Y'all see, we have all these pages that we're going to have to do and we're going to have to go over. Okay. So it's more than just disputes. Right now it's disputes because they got 30 days to respond to our letter, and we need to get this going because I want y'all to see the results of what's going to get deleted within our time. And if y'all move fast enough, which I think that we should, by the 75 days, like, let me say this. If I was to do another lawsuit, I waited some time to do my lawsuit. I'm not waiting to be 7, 8, 9 months no more. I'm gonna send 2 disputes now. I'm gonna send my first disputes, wait the 30 days. You gonna delete it? Oh, you not? Okay. Right after that, I'm gonna send my next round of disputes. I'm gonna wait the 30 days. I'm gonna send it the second round though to the credit bureaus, and I'm gonna send it to the collection company. If they don't delete it after that, that's within our 75 days technically. I'm taking legal action. I'm not finna wait. I'm not. I'm not finna wait. Like I said, I already have a settlement with Equifax. That's public record with this same case. Equifax, like, hey, listen, get me up out of here. I already have my I already have my settlement with Equifax with Experian. They still there. We're negotiating. Um, and also when it come down to TransUnion, I just told y'all what happened with TransUnion. But y'all, this is it it is what it is. Like, this is what we have to do. um I just realized too, y'all, I do so much credit, y'all. I get so many people accounts deleted. I don't know what it is when it come down to me. I don't know if I'm flagged or something on the back end, but I could not get the LJ Ross account deleted. I'm like, this must be a sign from God. Like, why you want me to sue that bad right now? I don't have it in me. I don't even know what to do. But shoot, I learned so much throughout this process. It's amazing. It really is. I'm trying to be able to help you guys even know what documents you should file or whatnot. Now, I am running my mouth, and I don't want to do that. So let me just make sure we on track for what we're gonna have to do tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna talk about FICO scores. It's basically giving y'all some more time to highlight, basically. And we ain't got really no homework that we have to do. Day 6 is giving y'all more time to highlight. Day 7, give y'all more time to highlight. Let me see when we going. Okay, we ain't gonna start disputing until day 9. So if you guys want help with the disputing and you want me to make your stuff, very specific, so that if you wanted to send this in and you want to take certain action, definitely let me know. And again, I can create this PDF for you all too, where you guys can see all of your errors so that you can list it on that dispute letter that you have to send into the credit bureaus. But we technically got 5 more days until we're going to send in the dispute. So please call us at 833-RAKITA. Go to rakita.com to look below. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, I should have some type of link. But no matter what, you can go to strongin75.com, get this workbook. If you're watching this and this is day 4, I need you to start on day 1. Go to day 1 because there's certain things that we already did. And I want you guys to understand that certain things that we have already done. We already made sure we had Credit Karma. We already started writing our credit scores. We already made sure we had the Experian app. We already figured out what we want to work on in terms of our credit. I said I'm gonna work on my utilization, and we downloaded our credit reports yesterday from annualcreditreports.com. Y'all can technically catch up though, because it ain't that much work. If y'all can buckle down and get it done, but don't skip a day. I cannot stress this enough. When it comes down to the credit, don't skip a day. Drinking a gallon of water and working out, that's one thing, but do not skip a day for the rest of this. Now I'm in my bed and I'm like really starting to lay down even more. So let me get up. I'm about to do my hour. I have 30 questions that I want to go ahead and answer. I'm going to add that to YouTube. I'm going to add it to Facebook, but let me actually get up and get this work done. I will see you guys in the next video on day number 5. And again, 833-RAKITA, call us if you have any questions. If you want us to create that PDF to show the errors, okay, call us. We'll go ahead and create it for you. And then we can also start your disputes. And then it's multiple days where we're doing disputes, because I actually on day 9 we actually separating it. So let me actually show you that before we go, so that you guys can understand and be prepared for it. So day 9, we're going to do the dispute with TransUnion, and then we're going to do the dispute with TransUnion. The next day after that, we're doing Equifax. On day 12, I'm talking about how to write a basic dispute letter. And then day 13, I'm talking about what you need to add with that dispute. So we technically going to have how many days to do them dispute letters, because I want y'all to stay on track. Do not fall behind. I can't stress this enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And I got plenty live videos to show y'all how to do the disputes. I just suggest that y'all make them more specific. And I have a free dispute letter on my website, rakita.com. Y'all can get the free dispute letter. So if y'all like, oh no, Rakita, I cannot be in no type of membership, I ain't got the funds for any of that right now, it was, so gassy today. I want y'all just to go to rakita.com and download that free dispute letter. Fill in all the blanks. We're going to do it together here. And I'm going to, because I'm going to show you. I already had a sample credit report. I'm going to fill in the blanks with y'all. But go to rakita.com and get that dispute letter, okay? And fill it in and just make sure that it's mailed out and do not fall behind. Because after we get our first disputes out, we need to be worrying about late payments. We need to be worrying about our utilization and all of these other things, okay? We're going to be applying for credit cards through this process. I can't wait to see you guys get approved for credit cards. We got a lot of stuff that we need to do. But be prepared for this. I cannot stress this enough. I'll see you guys later. I hope that you guys are having a great day. Push that water. Make sure y'all get to y'all gallon. Get close to it. Do something. Okay, get to y'all water. Make sure y'all work out for 45 minutes, even if it's a simple walk. And then while I'm doing my 45-minute walk, put y'all headphones on and y'all go for a walk too and start getting the game on the credit. Because all I'm doing is answering questions. That way, if y'all have any questions, I might answer it already for y'all. Y'all don't need to call, figure this out, figure that out. I'm going to tell y'all what it is, okay? And if y'all have additional questions, please put them down below in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. See you in day 5.